doing? What you doing? I be in the break room. I be in the break room. Bet I'm in the break room. What you doing? What we doing? I be in the break room. I be in the break room.
Yo, what up? It's Big Bink from Big Bink's Break Room Podcast, and I want all business owners to know we want to give you our audience to promote your product. Now, for more information, all you have to do is email Shani Scott at MediaRoom360.com. That's Shani Scott at MediaRoom360.com. Put your product front and center with one of the fastest growing podcasts in the country. And don't forget to check out Big Bink's Break Room Podcast everywhere podcasts are heard. After this year we done had, this is a perfect way to set your business up for 2021.
Man, I love the way that beat sound when they come on, don't you? Big Bink's Break Room Podcast, what it do? I'm Big Bink. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you so much for hanging out with us every weekday at 8 o'clock. Me, Action Jaxon, our homegirl, Shani Scott. Hey, real quick, I hope my Atlanta family, since this is a global podcast, I hope my Atlanta family showed up and showed out today. You know, we had two of the big Senate runoff races. Actually, it's happening right now. I think the polls closed at 7. And so, you know, you got Raphael Warnock going up against Kelly Loeffler, and you got John Ossoff going up against David Perdue. Now, right now, it is so close between Ossoff and Perdue. Let's just say the vote is split. It's half and half right now, with only about 60% of the vote being counted. As far as Warnock and Loeffler, he has a slight edge, 51% to 47%, with about 56% of the votes counted. Do you understand? If we get those two Senate seats, a lot can change for the history of the country. Those stimulus checks, there'll be $2,000. That's like one of the first things the new administration said they was going to do once they get in. And they ain't even got to worry about pushing it through the House and all that because it's going to go through. They don't have to go through Mitch McConnell no more. The Voting Rights Act that John Lewis penned and resurrected, because there's so much voter oppression going on in this country, the new Voters' Right Act that has to go through Congress and the House and the Senate has a very, very, I just say it's going to get pushed through also. Because we need that act. You know, I mean, we got the right to vote, but they still be doing some crazy stuff. Judges, you know, I mean, judges are in place right now, but new judges coming behind them will be in control of that. It's just so many things that will go in our favor. Student loans, debt being cut, like all kind of stuff. So I hope a couple of people from the A called me and, you know, I checked in with them. They was voting and all that stuff. So I just hope they showed up and showed out. Over 3 million early voted. So we'll see what happened, but it's too early to call the Georgia Senate runoff races. Action Jaxon, Shani, how y'all feeling, man? Y'all good?
Hey. Yep.
Boom.
All good.
That's crazy, man. It's another big race, man. They treating this like it's the presidency, but it's very important, though. It's so many tiers to this election. We tired of Mitch McConnell. It's time for him to go sit down.
Man, I'm surprised he got put back in there.
He got voted back in, man. I don't understand. You saw what they did to him. You saw what they did to his crib, though, right?
Oh, what did they do?
Oh, they vandalized that. They were like, we want our money. They spray painted all on his crib in Kentucky. You know, saying, "Where's our money?" You know, so they should have did well. You know, I ain't gonna say that. I don't wish bad on nobody.
Well, they call him the Grim Reaper in the Senate. So and they gave him that title for a reason.
They call him Rubberneck. Oh, his neck start right here and then go right here. What's up, Erica? What's up, Lucy? We love you. How y'all doing?
Yes.
Yeah, well, some breaking news that I have to report. Sad news at that. Dr. Dre is in the ICU right now. So my understanding is that yesterday he went to the ICU because he had a brain aneurysm. And a brain aneurysm is you bleeding on the brain. So that's a blood vessel busting your head and you're literally bleeding on the brain. And typically you have a really bad headache. So like when I had my stroke in 2010, that's what happened. That's what caused it. I was bleeding on the brain. They are saying that he's doing okay. he's, responsive, but they don't know what caused it. They don't know what happened to, make him end up having this. And this is all according to TMZ. Now, what they are saying is, they did bring up where, he's going through that divorce. He's in the middle of a contentious divorce with his wife, Nicole, estranged wife. I'm sorry, Nicole. And that she, wants the $200 million a month for temporary spousal support, plus the $5 million for attorney fees, which I don't see anything wrong with. I mean,
what? Don't just gently roll over that statement like that's normal.
Listen, we talking about Dr. Dre. We're not talking about Bink or Action Jaxon going through a divorce. We talking about Dr. Dre, who is got more money than y'all combined.
Twice.
Okay, and all three of us combined,
50 times over.
That's what they do. So $2 million probably ain't nothing for Dre. Probably make $2 million.
No.
Y'all better go on.
That's too much. That's too much.
That ain't too much.
Listen.
Too much
Ooh, it's
for
getting really close.
It ain't too much for her and Dr. Dre. Listen, she wouldn't ask for it.
No, because the simple fact, you got kids, I got kids, Bink got kids. You tell me what time and any time that this woman will spend $2 million a month on those kids.
It's not about that. That's spousal support. That didn't say child support. That was for the spousal support, temporary spousal support. That's for her.
$2 million.
Now, tell me Dre wasn't trying to swooze her, and he wasn't breaking off about $2 million a month anyway.
No,
that's the lifestyle he gave her. We talking about Dr. Dre. We're not talking about y'all.
I'll give her his Dr. Seuss.
That would be ridiculous for your wives to ask for $2 million a month, because that's not what you have. And I'm serious, Billy. Okay,
Billy, let her know what it is, man. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, Billy, tell her, Billy.
We talking about somebody that has a different amount of money than us. This ain't. I mean, come on.
And look at Twyla talk about yes in the comments. Twyla talk about yes. You better sit down.
I'm talking seriously. I don't care how much money you got. $2 million a month for anybody is crazy.
So you think the Amazon man's wife got too much money?
Absolutely.
No.
Well, because he just he didn't pay her that per month. He just broke her off. He said, like, here's $100 million. This is almost half my wealth. Take it and go. She ain't asking for that.
It's the same thing. $100 million, $2 million a month. How much longer do you think the woman is gonna live? And I'm not trying to be funny, but I'm saying if you already half a century old, you ain't got 70 more years.
No, but I'm saying,
I mean, it's the same thing.
He made that right back. I'm just saying, if you ask for $2 million a month, you ain't planning on working.
What's 100? She got a job. That's the thing that kills me with y'all. It's not like Dr. Dre's wife is some low life woman. This woman is an attorney. She got a whole career.
Hold on, she an attorney?
Yes.
But why she need all that money? She got her money.
Because she can. Because she can.
Billy even said still too much.
Because she can. Because she married to Dr. Dre. Y'all wasn't married to him.
$2 million. You
don't know what the lifestyle was
like. That's $24 million a year. And wow. That's too much money, man. I'm sorry.
Too much.
But it wasn't too much for the white woman to get $100 million. I'm just saying. All right.
No, she could if he would have broke her off and said, like, here's $100 million, because Dre's got that bank. He does. If he would have said, like, here's $100 million, it's over. Don't talk to me no more. I mean, I'm with that, but you talking about $2 million a month, cutting a $2 million check a month? No.
Yeah.
Like Erica say down here, like Erica
she
say.
did. Yes,
she helped him build that wealth?
Yes, because
I ain't seen no rapping up no headphones. I ain't seen her no video.
Attorney. She the one who wrote up all the deals. She wrote up. Yes. And yes. So $2 million. He probably ain't even pay his attorney fees to her. He probably did what like most of
He
y'all.
gave her the lifestyle.
No, whatever. No, don't tell.
No,
She was the
I don't care
attorney.
what you say.
Yes, she
Care
helped
what you
him.
say.
This woman is. We talking on the phone. Sorry.
Yeah, 2 million is just too much. I don't care what you say.
It's
2
not.
million is just way too much.
I don't think it's enough,
cash.
quite frankly.
Woo!
I don't think it's enough.
Okay.
Not to be with Dr. Dre, and then you had to put up with all the stuff you had to put up with him. Oh man, nah, come on.
No, that's all right. That's all right. Next one. Moving on.
Yeah, but we do.
Yeah. Prayers for
pray
Dr. Dre.
Dr. Dre that he makes a full recovery, and hopefully there's no damage to either side, of his brain or his body, moving forward. He might have to get back with the woman. She might have to be the one to take care of him.
I was just about to say.
No, he got money. He
got back in the picture.
He got money. So he ought to give her $2 million so she can take care of him, because if he gets somebody else, they're gonna take advantage of him. If somebody else comes in there as medical support, they are going to rape that situation.
No, he'd be all right.
Chris said she
wasn't in the gym.
She wasn't in the gym.
Whatever, Chris. She did. That was his, because he set that up. He sent her to law school.
Did he?
Oh, yeah. Okay, there you go.
When they first got together, after all that stuff happened with Michelle, and he married her, he sent her to law school. So no, it was all set up for the family.
Shot him out for doing that, though. I didn't know that. That's still too much money, though.
No, it's not.
Way too much.
No, it's not.
Next.
Speaking of The Bachelor.
Oh, The Bachelor. Yeah, we talked about that last night with the big homie.
Because that's going to be Dre soon.
Well, I hope Drake is. I really do. Like, no jokes or anything. I really hope that he does have a full recovery. Yeah, right. Really. Like, for real.
Real talk.
And if it does come to that, I hope that she would be, because when you're going through a divorce, it is, it's kind of crazy. But if he needs the assistance, I hope that she would, like they could put their differences aside so she could help him. Because y'all married a long time,
they got kids and stuff, right?
Just be there. But yes, on The Bachelor last night, it was a hot mess. He kissed every girl there.
Shout him out.
Smash Lorette.
Yeah.
Smash Lorette.
Smash Lorette.
One girl came out. She didn't even waste no time. She just
kissed him in the mouth.
She had to, how they do their introductions.
Yeah.
And so he was looking for someone that was vulnerable or something, or open, something. I don't know, some foolishness he said. Oh. And so she brought a bowl of spaghetti. And y'all are terrible. And that's why the woman needs $2 million, because of y'all. But she gave him Drake
said, I like my girls BBW. That's what's up.
The girl gave the Bachelor one of the noodles, and she took the other noodles, and so they ate it until they kissed each other.
On one noodle?
Yeah, like the spaghetti.
Oh, like
so. Yeah,
okay.
Like Lady and the Tramp.
Actually, yes, Lady and the Tramp. Lady was the female dog. Tramp was the male dog. I'm just.
Tom and Jerry did it too a couple of times. So.
Yeah. So, but he gave that first rose they give away, the
flower.
That means you out.
No, not the first rose he gives. So whoever has the best introduction is called some kind of rose. If you get a rose, you get to stay. If you don't get a rose, you got to go. And so the one chick came in with a tiara, and she had the people carrying her like she was a princess, a queen. And when she got up to him, she said, "Hello, I'm Queen Victoria, and you're King Matt." And she crowned him. She had her scepter. And then when she walked off to go up the steps, she fell. Then she walked into the house with the other ladies and said, "Hello, bitches, Queen Victoria's here." And I'm like, oh. And baby, she was salty that she did not get that rose. He gave it to some girl named Abigail, I believe was her name. Abigail.
I'm about to add you was black, but I know she wasn't black.
No, Abigail wasn't black.
I know she wasn't. Not named no damn Abigail.
And now Abigail
Oh,
a white
man.
girl, but my understanding his mom is white. So I mean,
Oh,
that's what he accustomed
Yeah,
to.
he's mixed.
yeah, white power.
So yeah, I mean, Abigail was all right, but hey, that's what he liked. So more power to him.
Let's see.
But he did eliminate somebody, which was kind of shady.
Yeah,
on
messed
my
up.
side. Yeah, it's kind of messed up what he did.
Yeah.
The girl he eliminated, she had special needs,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, she was the first deaf girl on
she was
Bachelor
deaf.
history.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
she was deaf. She's what we say hearing impaired, be correct.
Yeah.
But,
hearing impaired. Yeah,
That's true.
yeah,
Yeah.
but she was hearing impaired. She was the first hearing impaired person on the Bachelorette, and he eliminated her. I'm like, man, you could have kept her on for at least a couple of shows. Or
Yeah, you
something.
could have got some good ratings out of that, dog.
Yeah, anything.
That storyline. I just
Yeah.
mean from the storyline. I don't mean
Yeah. Show a soft side to yourself. You
to
know what I'm
play
saying?
up,
Like,
to play up on her
Yeah.
disability. I don't mean that.
honey, he wasted no time showing who he was at all.
Wow.
No time.
Yeah.
So we know what we working with. The women still on there hoping that he picks them.
yeah. Let me see. I'm trying to think. Did the 21-year-old, the socialite, did she make it out
Oh
in
yeah,
Boston?
she showed up. Oh, she tripped me out. So everybody else came in the limo. She showed up in what I call a baby Bentley. She said she wanted to do something different. She didn't want to come in the limo because something about it just felt used. Like everybody was using it to get there. But she rented her own. I call him a baby Bentley because it's not the big Bentley like that $500,000 Bentley. She had the little $100,000 Bentley. And I was like, oh, well, that's cute. She's 21. So, yeah. But I don't know if she stayed. But, yeah, she was cute.
That's
They
how
said
you
that
roll.
she was a fashion designer. Because I know, like, it said last night when we were reading the descriptions, they listed her as a socialite. But on the show, they had her listed as a fashion designer.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that's how you roll in, though. You got to roll in different. When you competing with that many chicks, you got to roll in different.
I guess. I mean, I don't know. I'm still tripping over them putting the whole part of him working out with the practice team of the New Orleans Saints. It's like he didn't even play.
That's what I said yesterday. I told you he wasn't on the team. He was on the practice squad.
I was like, okay. But I guess that's an accomplishment.
Yeah, to be on it. Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, absolutely. One of our guests we had on the show a couple of months ago played for the Saints on the practice team. Xavier Rush. He played for the Saints. He was number 17.
But you said the operative word is played. You said he played for the team.
Yeah, that's an accomplishment.
He wasn't just on the practice squad.
Still, you got to start out on the practice squad. And he made it to the team. He made it to the team.
Okay. You don't have to start on the practice squad. Ezekiel didn't start on the practice squad.
He made it to the team.
He didn't get drafted. That's what I'm saying. He didn't get drafted.
Okay, well,
so when you don't get drafted, you got to start out on
the Bachelor was just on the practice squad. I'm just saying. You know, to each his own.
That's still an accomplishment.
Some people might say, well, you never, Shani, you just worked in Dallas, Phoenix, Georgia, and where else have I lived? In Oklahoma. Maybe they might say that.
Yeah.
Shani, you were just an operations manager. Shani, you were just a program director.
Okay, so you watched the show then, Shani, right?
I kind of sort of. I watched
kind of sort. So who do you think odds-on favorites are right now? Who do you like? Who do you like him with? From the interactions you saw, who do you like him with? You don't know yet?
No, I can't. I'll do better next week because I was watching the show with a bias because I'm like, baby girl, you are an attorney. Why are you on here? Why are you trying to be chose?
I know. See, I like the attorney. The corporate attorney.
Well,
I like her.
Two of them. There's the corporate attorney and then there's another attorney. Young girls, 23, 24. I mean, beautiful. There's a model on there. She's natural. She has a short haircut, a close haircut. Beautiful. I mean, I think all of the girls on there are pretty. All of them, no matter what color they are. I think they're all pretty. the only one that I think that he should be with is the one that came in there talking about she was Queen Victoria and he King Matt because her self-esteem is shot. So this is perfect for her.
Yeah, I'm pulling for the corporate attorney. I got my fingers crossed for you, girlfriend.
I hope the corporate attorney gets some better endorsements out of this.
Yeah,
That's what I do hope. So let
we'll
me
keep
ask
you
you
updated.
something. So where is the Bachelor? Where is the Bachelor taped?
It's in Chicago.
Oh, they're in Chicago.
Yeah,
Okay.
at the crib.
Okay, well, we got to go back to LA because the Grammys, usually happen every February.
Yeah.
My understanding is the Grammys are put on pause this year for COVID. They cut them completely. What's going on with that?
Yeah, they canceled the show.
Let me tell you, the city of Los Angeles, the continuous increase of COVID cases in LA is sick. Let me tell you what they're telling the people who drive the ambulance. They telling them, look, if they don't look like they're going to make it, don't even bring them over here. I'm serious.
That's terrible.
I'm so
That's
serious.
terrible. Wait a minute.
But I'm serious.
Wait a minute.
That's how bad
it
is. Hospitals are full. Nurses, doctors overworked, but the infections continue to increase. And it's just, man, it's bad for LA.
Yeah, but just think of all the artists that put out some good work this year. All the artists that have been putting in work all year long, despite the COVID, and putting out good music, and they're not going to get recognized this year. I mean, like, what is that going to do? You know what I'm saying? Like,
they can't do it virtually.
They should. They did everything else virtually this year.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, they could do it virtually, though.
If they can do Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve virtually, they can do anything virtually.
They just don't want to give Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B their Grammy. And we got somebody in LA that can kind of shine a little bit of light on this in their career as well. And without further ado, I want to introduce to you guys Miss Porscha Coleman.
Hey. What up? What are you doing? I'm
what up, Porscha?
Y'all can see me. How are you guys?
We cool.
We good. How you doing in LA? That's what we want to know.
Yeah, really.
What's it look like? I'm right at home because ain't nothing to do and ain't nothing going on.
Hey, Porscha, was I lying? No, was I lying about how bad it is out there with that COVID?
You ain't lying. You know they said on the news that every 33 seconds someone is dying of COVID out here.
Man, that's 2 people a minute. Two people a minute.
2 people a minute, and he's right. If you are calling 911, you have an emergency, and you are near dead, they're like, yeah, we ain't got no room for you.
Wow.
I'm laughing, but I'm not laughing.
So sad. And it's sad, right? Like, it's like, damn, that's crazy to know that if you call 911, if you get shot or you're in a car accident, you got to hope to get in a parking lot somewhere because they don't have a bed for you and the ventilators are being used for COVID. It's like, it's crazy. I've never seen it like this in my life. Like, I'm not seeing it because I'm not at a hospital, but to know how many people are catching it and just how crazy the numbers are going up. I don't understand how they're going up because everything's shut down. We can't go to a restaurant out here. If you go to a restaurant, you get it to go. You can't walk inside unless you're just going to order. Then you got to stand outside to wait for your order. It's like everything is shut down. It has been for months. So I'm like, where are all these numbers coming from? And it has to be people just going to each other's houses and mingling and just spreading the Rona. That's the only thing it could be at this point.
Yeah.
So what do you think about like the Grammys not being put on? Because I know you used to going to shows like that and stuff like that.
Right. I was actually surprised. I felt the same way you guys did. I'm like, wait a minute. They just did the MTV Awards virtually. They just had a gospel event that was so amazing that it was nothing but all the gospel artists from Kiara Sheard to Boyz II Men. They mixed R&B and gospel together and they produced the most beautiful show you can imagine. Everybody did it from home. They combined it together. They had these backdrops. It looked amazing. So I'm surprised that the Grammys wouldn't do what even the Country Awards just did and had different artists at different locations performing either live where they're at or just re-recording it and playing it for the show. I don't know what pushing it a month is going to do. If we're already in January and it's this bad, moving it to March is not going to make a difference where you can have a full audience and have a full show. So I don't understand. Yeah. I don't. Yes. But the Dr. Dre thing that you guys mentioned, I heard, that's crazy. I saw it come right in on TMZ Live. And the first thing I thought of was, oh my God, the wife, him are at it. And our attorneys on their way to like the hospital right now to possibly be there to talk and figure out what's going to happen? Because I heard I didn't know if he's responsive or not, but he's not doing well. So just imagine right now where they're at in this moment of, okay, wait, if he's not going to make it, and if this is still going on, who gets what? It's going to
that power of attorney and all that stuff.
Power of attorney. And then as y'all boys was talking, I was sitting here, I was sitting back here like, yo, listen.
That's too much money, Porscha.
No. It's not that it's too much money. Listen. So that's like Kobe Bryant. Rest in peace, one of the greatest basketball players ever. Mm-hmm. He was married. He had a wife. She was taking care of 4 kids. They were taking care of 2 when he was like playing. And then Gianna and the younger girl came once he was closer to retire. Even though she wasn't in there shooting with him, do you not feel like having someone that is at your house, giving you peace, serenity, and creating that environment to make you shine is not worth a certain amount that you feel like, yeah, you know what, they weren't here shooting with me, but they are valuable because the value that she added, not monetarily, but just her presence and maybe the kind of peace that she gave him, the backwards that she might have gave him after the games, just the talks and motivation. You're trying to put a dollar amount on that when I'd rather have peace and serenity in my house all the time than having someone drive me crazy, you know, and say, hey, you deserve this because of what you helped me do, and to keep the peace of mind that it took for doing that kind of job. So same with Dre. No, she probably didn't produce tracks, but if she was negotiating contracts, raising the kids that are now over 18, the spousal support is like, not saying that it can't be negotiated, but I don't understand why people are like, it's just too much. So what do you feel like her value was worth then while you were out there doing your job while she was raising the kids? How do you put a dollar amount on that by saying it's too high? Because you're not saying she doesn't deserve it, but you're saying $2 million is too high. So why is that too high if you're putting a number on what you feel like her value was worth? How's that fair?
And she also kept all of his secrets.
Yeah,
we live in LA.
What? Yeah, but she put a dollar amount on it. She said $2 million.
Well, somebody, you got to start somewhere.
That's the difference.
Somewhere. Yeah,
that's the difference. Vanessa was chilling. I mean, not trying to be funny, but Vanessa played her part. And this unfortunate incident happened, and we don't see Vanessa in the news talking about, well, I'm taking $68 million out of Kobe's estate. That's what I'm gonna do.
But that's different.
Meanwhile,
it is
different.
It's different because he died. But even when Kobe did his dirt, Vanessa stayed there. She kept his secrets. She wasn't one of them women that was like, he just da-da-da.
I'm about to have.
Thank you. You just proved my point.
She didn't do that.
You're right.
And the same thing with Dre's wife. When all that stuff went down, she didn't, go and expose him. She kept his secrets.
We don't know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we don't know just how hard it was to be married to someone that's a creative. Being in entertainment, especially if you've dated entertainers or people in the industry, whether they're actors, whether they're producers or writers, it's a lot sometimes because you're in a creative space and you're feeling away. And what if they're in a creative space feeling away? And those are just kind of like a friction sometimes because you guys are both trying to just get out of that world. You need that balance. So she wasn't an artist, she wasn't an entertainer, but she knew enough about the business to balance that other side that he needed to, I think, productively do what he did. So even if she was on the other foot, if it was a man that was sitting there saying, hey, Shonda Rhimes, right now, if a man was like, Shonda Rhimes, you built all these shows, you did all your thing, now I want $2 million a month, I'm not mad at the number he's putting on it. It's not like you can't negotiate it, but how do you know that his value wasn't just being there saying, baby, I got you. What do you need? Can I rub your back? Can I rub your shoulders? You need some ideas. We don't know what her play was just because her name is on a track.
All I know is, I'm sorry, actually, let me get this out. All I know is when Mary J. Blige and Kendu Isaacs was arguing, and Kendu said, I want this, I want that, I want this. Every woman in America was hating on the homeboy Kendu because he needed some spousal support.
Needed.
Yes,
needed.
No.
Needed.
Guess what happened?
What happened,
Porscha? Kendu was stealing Mary J's money because he was acting like her manager, and he was also taking another cut as another portion. So the husband is your husband, but you acting like a manager, and he was double dipping across the board. So if you double dipped on me, you ain't getting a damn dollar of no spousal support because he was taking extra money. So I understand what you're talking about, but he's not a right example. He was stealing from her. Nope.
Yeah,
You could
well,
say I could go with maybe even a Bobby and Whitney example.
Okay.
You know, if Bobby, you know, he didn't, but if he would have said, "Okay, I want spousal support" or something, I
Right.
could probably wrap my mind around that better
Okay.
than a Kendu Isaac, because again, you said Bink needed. He needed it.
He ain't need it. What he need?
That's the thing. But that's what I'm saying. He
I'm
Y'all must don't
needed
hear
it.
yourself.
And
Y'all must
it's
don't hear
like
yourself.
They had no kids. They had
None.
no children.
They
were
weren't
both
even
grown.
married
He had
10 years.
children.
Dre and old girl kid's grown, and she says she says she need $2 million. Need.
Okay.
But she been with
Thank
him
you.
longer
Thank you,
than
Porscha.
5 years.
Thank you,
How about this,
Porscha.
man? How about
Nice to meet you. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm going to ask you a question.
Oh, I thought you
How
was
much-
agreeing.
How much does she need? The mic is right in your face.
I
How
mean,
much
she
does
probably
she
need about, give her 250, 250,000. That should be enough
a month?
a month.
not in LA.
Thank you.
She gotta move.
Hey, that's rent.
She gotta move.
That's rent.
Not in LA.
That's the
Not in
mortgage.
LA, buddy.
Again, there's nothing wrong with the number you're saying, but there's nothing wrong with the number she is saying. For them to come in the middle and figure out a number is understandable, but you can't just say flat out, nah, she ain't worth no $2 million a month when the guy's got billions of dollars. Obviously,
Yeah.
if they've had a lifestyle, she's used to getting pampered. She probably get Botox. She probably have all the injections. She might have everything that you can imagine. She said concerts alone, she needs like $1 million a month. And in my head, I'm like, that's crazy because ain't nobody in no concerts for the next while. Like, who do you have? Like Barry Manilow coming to your house to perform? Like, that's a lot.
Very Manilow.
You're doing a whole concert, so 500,000. Okay, maybe. Like, let's be real. You can't put a dollar amount on that. It's up.
No, I mean, I can hear you on that point, but I'm just thinking, me as a broke person, when I hear $2 million, I'm like,
right.
That goes out of my head because I'm like $2 million. I'm like, who needs $2 million a month? I mean, I'm living off less than that.
He gets $2 million in Beats by Dre royalties probably every other month. That ain't nothing. Just for the shit and the business of it. So again, have money, it's different.
Yeah, that's good money. So I want to know. So tell us about your project because I've been wanting to hear about this from your lips only.
Yeah,
the project that you got with my man here from Terrell, Texas.
Hey,
Mr.
Pearl,
Jamie
Texas,
Foxx.
Mr. Jamie Foxx. Yes, absolutely.
Wait. Before you start, is this in relation to what you do? Because you didn't tell us what you do, or at least I don't know.
I'm sorry, I can't. For the people who are like,
people need to know what you does.
Right, but I didn't know. I was waiting for one of y'all I was like, somebody introducing me, or am I just coming in? I didn't know, but I'll tell myself.
Shit, you sound like you've been with us about 6 months. Why you tripping? Why you tripping? You sound good.
This is what I do. I do this. So, hey guys, my name is Porscha Coleman. I'm an actress, singer, dancer, and TV host here. Born and raised in Los Angeles, absolutely. So, I claim West Coast, best coast. I've been acting since I was 7 or 8 years old, and I've been in TV shows such as Silicon Valley, Good Girls, a funny movie called Janky Promoters, another, a lot of projects you would have seen. From Wild and Out, I've done guest stars in a lot of TV shows, but this particular project I'm excited about because to me it's going to be like that real launch into entertainment and to where people can get to see, my chops. And that is a television show on Netflix with Jamie Foxx coming out April 14th. So I'm excited about that. I'm actually playing Jamie Foxx's sister, and it's myself, Jamie Foxx, David Allen Grier, Jonathan Kite. It's like an all-star cast of people. We got a lot of features that come in the show and play guest stars, but I'm in all 8 episodes. So it's going to be so amazing just to see Fox come back to television, because who didn't love the Jamie Foxx show when it was out 20 years ago? Like, it was one of the best TV shows on TV. So this is a story about him and his daughter and the ups and downs of fatherhood, raising a young girl, a biracial daughter. And she comes from this, uppity lifestyle. And he's like, all right, I'm gonna bring you down to earth and show you how our people do it. And it's just like the clash and everything that happens between fathers and daughters. So it's a good show. I can't wait.
Cool.
Yeah, and I know you did that during the COVID period. So how was that taping?
Yeah, so we started in March. So I tell you, like, we literally came down to the wire to the day when COVID shut everything down. We were auditioning in around February, and then in March we did a first episode. On a Monday we were there to report, to do a table read, to do lines and do blocking. Tuesday, hey guys, send us your list for our live audience on Friday. Okay. By Wednesday, okay, hey guys, I don't know, we gotta shorten the list. It can't be this long. By Thursday, okay, hey guys, it's just gonna be us in the studio with the director and the writers. And on Friday when we wrapped, it was like, okay, hey guys, so we gotta shut down now because they've shut down California and the United States basically in certain areas. So we finished that one episode. Fast forward all the way to August, came back. It was a totally different experience because when you have a set when there's hundreds of people there and the vibe and energy is there, and now we're coming to a set with masks, gloves, CDC, and all kind of craziness. It was like unbelievable to do, but at the same time, I think it was a blessing because we had a chance to work out a lot of different things in front of the camera and behind the camera without the live audience and without certain things. Because the first season of a show is your hardest because you're getting your foundation, getting the groundwork done and what you want it to be about. So we actually had an amazing time and we wrapped up November 20th and it'll be out in a couple months.
Nice.
Congratulations.
Yes.
They doing like forehead tests and all that stuff when y'all came back in August, like temperature checks and
every day.
all that stuff. Did anybody get COVID?
Yeah, absolutely. So we had to take like this 2-hour course that we took online. So from the staff, everyone that was there, we had to take this course online. So every single day we had to fill out a questionnaire saying how we felt, any symptoms. We had to do that every morning. But yeah, as soon as we walked up, temperature checked us here. We had to wear our mask. We only saw each other like fully, our full face, the day that we were shooting. So all week, imagine rehearsing and you're doing jokes like this, like, oh yeah, say something to your mom. And you're like, you don't even know what's really going on down here. And then the day you take it off, you're like, okay, so that's how you were saying it. Okay, so it was different doing it with masks and then obviously taking it off and performing. But it went really, really well. Nobody ended up catching it while we were on set. We had to take a 2-week hiatus because Jamie Foxx's sister passed away during that exact time. But shout out to Netflix for being so amazing. And let's just be real, for having that break. They got money to be able to test every 3 days. Every other day I took a COVID test. Every 3 days or every 2, actually, 48 hours, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, something was up my nose. It's like, I've got so many COVID tests by this point. It's like, I'm good. But
that thing in the nose ain't no joke, though. That thing in the nose ain't no joke.
Yes and no. I mean, the first one is just, it's awkward. It's just no different if a bug gets in your nose and you start swatting away. You just, that knee-jerk reaction is just kind of like the most weird thing about it. But we did PCRs, which are the rapid ones, which you could do yourself. You just kind of like, swab around. And then the other one is what that they do. And you kind of just sit down and they don't shove it up your nose. I promise. It definitely not here. It wasn't that bad.
They do in Texas. Absolutely. I got the rapid test 3 times. Oh, and that thing was up here by my equilibrium, whatever this is up here.
Your equilibrium.
It was ridiculous.
You walked out there like, oh Lord, I know. It's
crying and everything. It was horrible.
Texas, I mean, we're creeping up on y'all. You guys had the most cases, and I think the most deaths. And here, LA is like literally neck and neck with y'all in California. So it was necessary to do, and we got it done. And I think I can't wait to just see everyone's reaction to the show and just how they edit everything, because we have so much footage. When I tell you, we had so much fun behind the scenes, and even on camera, they were getting different stuff. And to see how they put it together to make this the TV show is just going to be amazing for me to watch, on Netflix. And I do that all the time. I watch my own work. You have to, but to see a full series on Netflix like that next to someone like a Jamie Foxx and someone like a David Allen Grier is incredible, because David Allen Grier plays our father. So it's me and Jamie, brother and sister. David Allen is the father, and Jamie and David are only about 8 years apart. But David Allen, he's like bigger, so he's about like 6'1". He's actually a pretty tall guy, 6'1", 6'2", and he's got this gray beard.
He grayed out. He's
got this gray beard, so he automatically looks like, like he's the papa of the house. So just to watch them go back on camera together, and the dynamic that they had was so incredible, and I'm just blessed to be a part of it, and I can't wait for y'all to see it.
So how are they going to roll out the episodes? Will it be just one episode a week?
I know. I'm really not sure. I was asking Netflix. I'm like, yo, this is Jamie Foxx and David Allen Grier. Please just put it out every week. I don't know how they're going to do it. They might just do it all at one time, because right now content is key. Netflix, I mean, they have, I think, the highest subscribers out of any of the streaming networks, period. So they might just rush it out fast to get everyone hooked and just see how the algorithm works. And then that'll determine how fast we come back for a season 2 or, you know, or if at all. So I don't care. I would like a week to week. I used to love like being at home and every Monday or Tuesday turning it to UPN. Y'all remember UPN?
Come on, man. That's when it was black.
Oh,
Channel 21 in Chicago. That was, man. That
was good, right? Like,
Living Single, Martin, like all them shows. Are you kidding me? Absolutely.
Like, it was so good. I would go home just to watch Moesha. Another show that I was on in the UPN days that a lot of people know me from is The Parkers. I did several episodes on there, and even to this day, the episodes still run. And now those are on Netflix. Which is cool. But I love that every week sitting down on your TV watching that show and have you wanting more. You're always like, oh my God, what happened? Did someone die? Did someone get shot? And you're wondering how it works week to week. So we'll see if they do it for this comedy. But either way, it's going to be amazing. And I can't wait just to see myself in that, you know, that spot on such an amazing network with great cast.
Yeah, and I follow you on social media, you know that. So it's like I see you had a relationship already with Jamie Foxx. So how was it working with him, and then, you know, you guys are friends.
Of course. Exactly. The funny thing is that I have known Fox for about over 10 years. He had Foxhole Radio on Sirius, and I used to be one of the co-hosts on a show with, I know you guys know where my girl Claudia Jordan had a radio show. I was one of the 4 girls on the radio show. So I would always see Jamie Foxx in and out Foxhole Radio, like, oh my God, that's dope. That's Jamie. He'd always support. He'd always come say hi. But we weren't buddies. Like, he would see me, it'd be all love, but it's like I didn't have his number. I wasn't at his house, you know. But as the years went on, when he was more familiar with all of us and he'd have the house parties, we'd get the invites, and I was just always in his space. So fast forward to about 4 years ago, which I hope they still release this as well. I was actually cast in a movie to play Jamie Foxx's girlfriend.
Oh.
So it's the funniest thing where we went from being friends to all of a sudden I was his girlfriend in a movie to now I'm playing his sister. It's like our dynamic is like that of brother and sister, but we've already had the on-screen chemistry as the boyfriend girlfriend. So to me, it's nothing for us to talk and crack jokes on set like we're doing now, because that's just how the dynamic always is. My older brother is the same age as Fox is, within, like, he's like a year older than my brother. Same sign, they're Sagittarians. Everything about Fox reminds me of my brother in a way. So to me, it's like it's nothing on camera for us to get together and have a ball and have people film it. We have so much behind the scenes footage, like, because I can't release it now, but there's scenes that you're going to see where I'm like, okay, guys, here's what was happening before that scene and what happened after that scene. We're all of us clowning each other and busting into song. That would be the best part. We would go and just start singing out of nowhere and dancing and performing, and people would just be rolling, just watching us clown around. So he's definitely someone that I look up to musically, on camera. He's just a genius when it comes to his craft, and it's just dope to be on set with him every day.
Yeah, that's dope. Hey, I was checking you out on social media. Shout out to that silver dress. That's the first thing. That's the first thing. The second thing is I saw you had a picture with Ozone. I mean, I still call him Ozone. People know him as Shabba-Doo. Talk about that relationship. I read the caption and y'all had a chance to meet and, you know, spend a little time together. Kind of talk about that, because I don't think, in my opinion, as a hip hop head, as a wannabe breakdancer on the South Side of Chicago in the 80s, I don't think that people like him, Turbo, and Pop Lockers, including Rerun, and Tony Basil, I'm going back. I don't think they get the credit that they deserve, Porscha.
They do not.
And you had a chance to spend time or meet them or talk about that experience.
Tony Basil, that's another great one. Both of them I met through a radio show. Tony Basil, genius. I mean, such a creative inspiration in the world of dance, but she is such a visionary. She's so amazing with sharing her love and energy with you. It's incredible. And same with Adolfo Quiñones, you know, aka Shabba-Doo. We met on a radio show and we clicked. He doesn't smoke or drink. Like he didn't. I hate to call it's hard to even say past tense, because it's like you still want to believe that people are no longer with us, but you want to keep their memory and their stuff alive. So, you know, we talked about having clean bodies and not drinking, not smoking, and just how rare it is in entertainment. Like, I'm around it all the time, but I just don't like it. I've tried drinking. I don't like it. It just doesn't appeal to me. So we automatically hit it off when it came to health and wellness and fitness. And when I met him, I was in shock. I was like, first of all, this is the flyest like 62-year-old I ever met. I'm like, my mom looks amazing. She's 70. But as far as a black man in shape like he is and just how he looked, I was like, you need to bottle this and like tell the world what you're doing, because he looked amazing. And every girl had a crush on him growing up. I was like, I'm honest. I was one of those girls. I was like, oh my God, he was so hot. You know what I'm saying? Like you just watch what he did in those movies and you think how it would have been different maybe career-wise for him if he would have had social media and stuff that we have now.
Absolutely.
Like, you know, the Chris Browns who can dance his ass off. And then you have so many artists that are now shining and getting more credibility because we have social media. They didn't have that back then. They traveled the world. They toured. They were backstage on Broadway. They really worked hard because no one could snap the picture and go live or stream where they were at. You know what I'm saying? So for him, he was definitely one of those people that loved the new era of what was going on today. And that's why he wanted to work with me. He was like, you're a singer. I want to get together. Let's do a song together. And we released a song that was big overseas that he was using for like a DVD that he was working on, the story of his life and how he came from breaking into this, you know, dance guru and like the godfather of Lock-In. So such a blessing to have worked with him and be around him. But we kept in contact. You know, last year we were just texting. So I pray that, you know, he is always going to live in everyone's hearts, because Breakin' is one of the best dance movies ever. To me, it's better than You Got Served. It's better than all the ones that are in my era. I just love Breakin'. Like it's amazing. So his mother and was one of his biggest fans, of course, but they were so close. And to me, to see a son and mother like they were was absolutely incredible. So I'm praying, you know, for her now, because she's like 95 years old. She's up there.
Yeah.
You know, so rest in peace, Shabba Doo. He's amazing, but his work will forever live on. And dancers today, like myself and everyone else out there who watched him, is going to keep his legacy and his memory alive.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. You were friends with another person we lost too. From Friday.
Yes.
People,
right.
Yeah.
2020 was brutal, I tell you.
Yeah, brutal.
Yeah.
Brutal.
2020 was brutal.
Because I heard that on you were on somebody's IG live, and I heard you talk about that, and that was a shock to me too. I was like, she was in that movie, so tell us about that.
Yeah.
That was your first one, right?
Yes. So for all you guys that are watching and wondering what my very first job was, my very first job at like 7 or 8 years old was an extra in the movie Friday at the ice cream truck, getting hit upside the head by Chris Tucker on his way to the ice cream truck when he about to talk to Big Worm. That was my very first acting job. And I just was like a little kid in the candy store, like, oh my God, I'm on set and these actors are here. And I didn't know what I was doing, but I just knew I loved entertainment. I was always singing, dancing around the house. My mom was like, all right, let's just try this out. And sure enough, after like a year of doing extra work, I started going out for commercials, and I booked 3 in like a month. And automatically, for the people that don't know, when you book a certain amount of jobs, you have to join SAG, which is the union for actors. So I joined SAG, and I was rolling from commercials to TV shows. I was doing everything. But the backstory with Tiny Lister is more family-based than anything, because my father, rest in peace, who passed away, 2 years ago, they grew up together. They were like brothers. So his mother and father literally were next door neighbors to Tiny Lister's mother and father. So my grandparents and his parents were best friends. Fast forward to them having their children. They grew up together. They all went to Compton High. So that's a whole family dynamic there that is just incredible. And every time I crossed paths with him, he was like, oh my God, you are little Porscha I knew before you was born. He always would make me hear, how I knew you before you even conceived and thought of. So he was amazing. Praying again for his family as well. And just, hopefully everyone understands that life is short. Like I like to tell people, you have to live for today. You have to live for right now, because tomorrow is not guaranteed. And luckily, the people that we're talking about have such bodies of work, and we can always turn on our favorite movie or turn on our favorite dance show and say, boom, that's how they're going to forever live on. So, you can't get no better than Debo. Debo was that guy.
Yeah.
He's forever that guy. To me, he's way before Terry Crews ever existed. I'm like, he's the original Terry Crews.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's a great comparison too.
Yes, it is. Yeah. The only thing, they put him in other part of the movie. Terry Crews was like post Debo in the movie. You know what I'm saying? He came home and he was like that jail dude. But to me, I'm just not as scared as Terry Crews as you were when you saw Debo. He was like,
no. No.
Oh, it was night and day. Like,
Hey, but you know what?
Yeah.
And you probably noticed, like I do, Porscha. That boy Debo or Tiny was in character all the time. All the time.
Mean. Right.
Yeah.
All the time. He looks mean. He was the sweetest person you can imagine. But in my mind, I equate him to like Kendrick Perkins. I'm a basketball girl, so if you talk about basketball, I could go all day. Kendrick Perkins always looks mean, but he never changes his face. Even if he's happy, he's like, it's just my mean face.
Yeah.
So same with Tiny. He just had that look and style, especially where his face was. And just as soon as he did that, you're like, oh Lord, I didn't even know if I want to say hi. And I was like, remember me? He's like, get over here, girl. You know, you family. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
You know, it was dope.
Hey, so I got a quick question. You mentioned you was in Janky Promoter. That's one of my all-time favorite movies. Was you the girl in the hotel, working in the hotel? Was that you?
No.
Okay.
You want me? Let's have some. I'll reenact the scene.
All right.
The scene.
Oh, this is beautiful.
Who do you call out your name? My name is Keisha, and that's my girl Sandra. Can y'all get this shit right? Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8. What scene was that from in the movie?
Shit.
He said it's his favorite movie. He over here.
Yeah.
You ain't about it.
No, it was.
That's the scene. I'm playing the dancer to Lil. What's his name?
Oh no! You was in the garage.
Yeah.
Yes. JJ had a scene.
Lil J.
And they were doing their routine.
And I cussed his ass out. I was like, "Who you calling out our name?" For you guys that are thinking, it's a scene where he's feeling himself. He's like Modesto's finest, and of course, everybody from LA is like, Modesto, really? Like that's not hard to do to be Modesto's finest. So Ice Cube comes in and telling his son he has a big show coming up, and he walks in, he tries to talk shit to us. So we're like, I know you didn't just call me out my name and say this shit. So I had to check him in this scene. So a lot of times I go places and people are like, yo, you that girl in the garage who over there cussing out little JJ. I'm like, yeah. Or they're like, you were the girl in the Parkers and you moved into the house with Monique and got an attitude and kicked her off the stage. I'm like, yeah. So there's so many different things that people would know me from depending on what they watch. So yeah. I'm glad you got that. I'm about to grill you if you didn't.
Yeah. No, that's
it.
Got me excited.
You got work. You got work.
So,
definitely got work.
So you got to join with Jamie that'll be out on Netflix. And usually with Netflix, I'm not the Netflix executive guy. However, when they come out with stuff like Cobra Kai just came back out season 3, and they put it all out there, episodes 1 through 9. So maybe they might put your joint out the same way. I don't know. But
I mean, I would hope and pray. I mean, I can't imagine the kind of deal Fox has. He has a 3-picture deal with Netflix. So from this TV show to a CB special that he's going to be doing, a stand-up special, he's like their guy. Remember, he did Project Power. That came out a couple months ago on Netflix.
Yeah.
So that's one of his 3 projects that he did. And I can only imagine, I mean, even the last day we were on set, we took all our promo pictures. We did promo interviews. I can imagine if Cobra Kai has billboards, Jamie Foxx and David Allen Greer and us are going to have billboards too. So it's going to be amazing to see. April's going to creep up in no time. So I'm like, even though it's
absolutely
right now, that's
that Power movie was good too.
Which one?
The Power movie was good.
It was fire. My favorite scene was when dude took the pill and was running down the hallway on flames chasing Fox. I was like, no, this is graphically, it was amazing. So Netflix loves Jamie Foxx, and Jamie Foxx is such a pleasure to work with. I don't know who wouldn't want to work with him. And he's out right now doing 2 movies in between this time. So God willing, we come back, we'll be probably filming maybe by, May or June, I would hope, for season 2.
Is that the goal? Like to just keep going with that in a seasonal kind of thing?
That's the goal. A lot of TV shows, especially now, they put you in a contract deal to where they have the option to keep using you. So we're under contract for a while. It's just a matter of Netflix keeps optioning our deals. So it's like I'm glad that we have that. So, once they test the algorithm, because they have to see how long people are watching it for, if they're turning it after a certain time, how many episodes they watch, if they watch the whole season, all that comes into play when it comes to Netflix and their algorithm. So I can't wait till April comes and we get to see the big headlines in the news and trending and all that. And hopefully we're right back to give y'all a second season.
Yeah, I hope so too. I'm locked in. I know I'm watching it.
Most definitely.
You better.
I'm watching it. I'm gonna lock it in.
Yeah.
Let me say this. let me say this, and now this is me talking, and I know I speak for Shani in Action.
Okay.
As radio veterans for 20 plus years, we know how to cut our personalities on and off. As an actress, you know how to adjust, adapt to the atmosphere where you got to shine, right?
Yes.
The reason why I'm mentioning this is because we've done interviews in our careers with everybody. I mean, everybody in the various cities we've lived in. And for some of these interviews, Porscha, we kind of got to get into character. You know what I'm saying? And there are some interviews that I'll remember for the rest of my life when I could just be Big Bink. I didn't have to turn no buttons to try to get you to smile or you to laugh or to make it seem like you're interested. Even if you was faking it, at least you sound like you're interested with what I was saying. I say all that to say, for the first time meeting you and seeing your vibe, and don't get me wrong, I'm gonna be quite honest, to show how beautiful and sexy you are, there is no type of attitude. This has been a pleasure to speak with you, and I didn't have to push no buttons. Guys, I want y'all to chime in. The conversation was genuine and fun, and I mean, I can tell you're an actress. I can tell you know what you're doing. Guys, y'all chime in. I'm just speaking from the heart.
That's funny.
I thought it was a good interview. Yeah, you are right down. Me, I'm a little different. If the person ain't feeling me in the interview, I end the interview. I'll be like, okay, you don't want to be here, so let's not waste your time. Don't waste my time. And I did that.
I'm laughing
several times.
Man, I wish you catch her in that mode. If you caught her in that mode,
and I can tell you, the last person I did it to was K. Michelle. She came up in there with it. I said, okay. All right, baby. That's the last question. Oh, well, no. No, boo-boo. Go on, get up and go. Bye. Thank you.
No way.
I think about playing your song. I think about it.
Girl,
I told the record rep, no, I ain't playing it.
I'm not doing it. Yeah, it's not easy, though, because I come from that world, too. Like, I had a daily show on Fox for like a year, and I was a one of four on a panel. So it's like I've done radio, I've done interviews, so to me, turning the camera on myself to when I'm, the person being interviewed or interviewing, I either way want it to be entertaining because I hate boring shit too. I'm like, look, I'm sober. I don't drink or smoke. So for me, my tolerance is like quick where I'm like, this is boring. Okay, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? You just never know what you're going to get. So I appreciate that for sure. Like you said, it was just a vibe and organic, which is why I just wanted to chill in the in the queue and just see what the vibe was like, because he was like, hey, if you want to come at the top you can, or in the middle. I was like, no, let me just see what's going on first, because then I know what the energy is like. And I was like, okay, they mad cool, so now I can
that's what that is.
That's my 2 cents.
That is. How do people follow you again for you? How do people follow you on social media?
Right there at Porscha Coleman, PORSCHACOLEMAN. That's Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Gosh, I mean, I would say MySpace, but I ain't logged in.
Porscha, you on Clubhouse too? Have you got on that?
I'm on Clubhouse as well. I was gonna say the same. Y'all can follow me on Clubhouse. I am on there. Yeah, one of my friends nominated me. This was probably like a month ago, and it was. I mean, it's amazing. Like I sit on there, but I have to log off because sometimes you'll be on there hours and you ain't doing nothing. I'm like, I don't have time to sit all day long on the phone. It becomes addicting. But I loved how many different rooms they have. Like I love going to the health and wellness rooms, and I love going to the rooms where you talking about men and women and dating. It's been dope. So yeah, you guys can also follow me on Clubhouse. But I check all my social medias. It's me. Nobody else is behind the keys but myself. So yeah, I look forward to hearing from you guys. Definitely follow me, and I'll give you a follow back.
That's dope, but we need you to tell all your friends follow us. The break room.
And follow everybody on this show. Like I said, it's been fun. Like you said, because a lot of times as talent, you do a show and you're like, oh my God, you're smiling like this. I can't wait for this to over. I can't wait. It's so annoying. But see, I got to smile, right? It's a lot of fun. You just never know what you're gonna get. Like you said, energy is everything. So I can tell everybody got a dope energy and a dope vibe. Our signs are working right now. I don't know everybody's
But you gotta tell all your people that a young black sister that's category to your left, that's Shani up there, she is running the channel that we're on, Media Room 360. You gotta let everybody know.
Nice.
It's because of her that we got this platform. Shani.
And putting it out. Shout out to you, girl. Seriously. Like, I love this platform.
Anybody that needs a spot to put their so I started the channel for content creators who couldn't get to the BET, who couldn't get to Lifetime, but they needed a place to showcase, you know, to be able to say, well, okay, yeah, I'm on this platform.
Right.
I don't charge a subscription. I just want them to be able to, you know, get on. Well, now if you're a content creator, you pay for your spot, but I don't have BET prices. It all, it's, you know, now it's a price because you need to understand, you know, this is your craft, so you gotta do whatever. But I'm not hitting anybody over the head, but I want them to be able to have a place where they can start and say, well, yeah, I do have numbers. I am actually pulling people in. So that's the whole
there
reason
we
why
go. We will have to talk on that further because, like I said, I'm getting everything going. Like I said, I'm already on a lot of the red carpets and events, but now it's a whole different mindset that people have to have from doing their own podcasts, their own shows like this. It's going to be a new wave. Starting last year was really it turned people into these kind of personalities to where you don't have a chance to doll up and go on the carpet and fake it. It's like right here live with everyone is what people want to see, what they want to hear. And I think what people feel, you know what I'm saying, the most. I relate to people right here one-on-one. We're not editing, we're not pausing, there's no stopping. It's just straight on through. We're having a good time and it's as organic as you can think of. So for sure, I'll definitely hit you up so we can talk about stuff further for sure. Yeah. Great.
All right. Well, you guys make sure you get on your Google machine and Google her, and you can catch up. you can catch up all on what Porscha's been doing because she's got mad content out there and all the stuff you need to catch up on. And she even was on one of my favorite shows of all time, and that's Entourage. If you watch Entourage, she got a little guest appearance on Entourage.
Yeah, I'll tell you a quick, funny 30-second tidbit. Entourage is the only job that of course, I had a great time on, but I hated the credit title. You know what the credit title was? And I was like, they better change that damn title. Because you know, when you are, of course, principal, but let's say you have under 5 lines, they call it a co-star. So either they can give you a name or they'll list like something like driver number 2 or something like that.
Yeah.
Tell me why that's the only credit on my damn resume on IMDb that literally says video hoe number 1.
VH1.
I was so Entourage. I'm like, that's all y'all can think of. Like, it's like actually in the scene, it's myself, Malika Khadijah, which are the twins from ATL. They were in like the Ludacris videos.
Right.
It's the twins. We all grew up together, went to junior high school together. So we're in the elevator and we're on our way to this like kind of house party. So we're featured, walk up to the door, and you know, not a lot of dialogue at all, but they couldn't even think of damn names to give me. I was like a video hoe number 1.
Wow.
At least she was number 1. At least she was number 1.
That's what I said. Put me number 3. I'm video.
That's funny.
Yeah. So thank you guys so much. I had a blast.
Thank you.
And I'll see you guys on social media later. Bye.
I appreciate you. Oh man.
I feel good, you know, when people come on our platform and they have, you know, she on her way up and we right there with her. And she'll remember us, man. And, you know, we definitely can help each other down the road, man. It's just good to see Black women doing their thing, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Great time.
Beautiful woman, beautiful spirit. Yeah,
we had a good time tonight, you guys. We didn't get to a couple of the stories that we wanted to get to, so maybe we have to touch on that tomorrow.
Before we go, let me just give you an update. Oh my God, an update with about 80% of the vote in the Georgia Senate runoff. It looks like Loeffler is ahead right now, 50% to 49%. Purdue is slightly ahead now. He has a couple of votes on Ossoff, 51% to 48%, and that's with about 82% of the vote in. So. Come on, Georgia. Yeah, they got to stand up. DeKalb County and Chatham County's got the largest batch of outstanding votes. I don't know the makeup of those counties. Hopefully,
DeKalb County.
Yeah, DeKalb County. Is that heavily urban?
That's like Oak Cliff.
Okay. Well, we should be able to gain some votes
And
there.
so it's Cobb is too. You said Cobb?
County.
That's Chatham County.
Oh, Chatham.
Chatham County.
I don't know Chatham County, but DeKalb County. We live in DeKalb County, so yes.
Okay, gotcha. Wow. Well, I hope those votes come in, man. This is it's a very, very important race. But man, continue to follow us, share some more. And wow, guys, that was a good show today. It felt good.
Yeah.
Shout out our sponsor because he checked in, Kevin Kirksey.
Oh yeah, Kevin Kirksey. Hey, what's up, Kevin Kirksey? Shout out to Lamont. He texted me while we were on, our salsa guy.
JP, our other sponsor, JP
Salsas. Tomorrow I'm going to hang out with Raz V. So look for that.
B2K dude?
Yeah.
Oh,
nice. So you gonna bring that to inside the break room so we can hear the interview?
Of course, yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice.
So make sure y'all hear the. Well, he has a new song out, but I'm gonna see if he's open to talk about some other things too.
You ain't lying. They got a story with them.
Yeah.
Maybe you want to talk about a B2K reunion. Oh.
I mean, I'll ask him that.
Only you want that.
That would be nice, though. That would be nice.
Yeah, that would be dope.
That would be
nice.
Nice.
Before they get 35, that'd be nice.
Ain't
Put an age on
35?
it. Yeah, he put an age on it. He said before they get 35.
In 2000, they was like 12. So I don't know if they 30. They might be. I don't know.
I think they 35 already.
I don't know. We have to see.
Oh, Marianne almost old as me.
Oh, wow. It'd be interesting to see what they got to talk about, though.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see how it goes tomorrow.
Check us out.
Good luck with that.
Follow us on our social media. Big Bink's Break Room, just like it sound. We appreciate y'all.
See y'all tomorrow, 8 o'clock.
Download.
Hey, how you doing? What you doing? I be in the break room. I be in the break room. Hit 'em in the break room. What you doing? Hey, what we doing? I be in the break room. I be in the break room.
Yo, what up? It's Big Bink from Big Bink's Break Room Podcast, and I want all business owners to know we want to give you our audience to promote your product. Now, for more information, all you have to do is email Shani Scott at MediaRoom360.com. That's Shani Scott at MediaRoom360.com. Put your product front and center with one of the fastest growing podcasts in the country. And don't forget to check out Big Bink's Break Room Podcast everywhere podcasts are heard. After this year we done had, this is a perfect way to set your business up for 2021.